Alright, I'm just going to record myself kind of hacking together some scripts that I need. Let's see if Ader can help us with this. What I'd like to do is, it's very simple. I just don't remember the command myself to splice two videos together and then remove the silence. So I'm going to make two separate scripts that I can use to process some videos. Let's get going. So I'm going to start by creating splice, I suppose. Okay, 2016. So let's see. You know what? I want to use my voice, so I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use Ader. Let's see. Create a script, which is going to take any number of files in the order that they are listed, and they are video files, and it will splice them together and output the result with the name of the file being a composite of the names of the files spliced. Please include help documentation in the script as well, and use FFmpeg. Okay. So nice to just take a sip of coffee while the AI writes all my code for me. No, that would not work because, well, sure. Yep. That's fine. Okay. So now I want to go to documents. Oh, doing this inside Ader is going to be a pain. Ader needs to work on their path auto completion. I understand that they don't want to scan files outside the repo, so maybe that's asking a little too much, but I've had similar problems even inside the repo. QuickTime. Yeah, screen recordings. And that's two screen recordings, starting with the earlier one and ending with the later one. Let's do it. That did not work. Okay. No worries, because we have Ader. Oh, no such file direct. Let me just look at this error. Error opening output. QuickTime screen recording. I think it's just not handling whitespace. So I could fix this, but let's see what Ader thinks of the situation. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Yeah, let's just see what it makes of this. file not found. I want to test Ader's debugging skills. What should I do next? Because my first instinct would be to take that path. I know that file is there. Or I guess I should have I should have backed up the file. But yeah, the file is there. My human eyes do not detect any lies here. So what should I do next? Yeah, it's just not, it's not wrapping the file name correctly with quotes or something. So good, it's asking me to ls those files. It's going to verify. Now what is going on here? It escapes all the spaces. So what am I missing? Apparently nothing. I don't know. Something in the way Ader was calling the CLI. So now we have the output file. I guess it's here. Yeah, that makes sense. So, cool. Now I have the output file there. All right, this is going to be a bright spot so that, and we're going to grab, cool. So that appears to have spliced those videos together correctly. Now I would like to, let's add the ability, add a flag to this script that allows the user to set an output directory for this file. And let's add another feature. Add a flag to specify a file path, a complete file path for the output file in case the user wants to specify the location and the file name. No, I don't need to run those. So let's do -o. Let's -o temp. It wants me to have the flag before the files. I suppose that's not too terribly unreasonable. Good, that worked. Now I want to say, fvideo.mov, I guess, mp4. We use the output that FFmpeg specifies. Perfect. So that worked. Get status. Actually, get ignore is such a standard thing. I'm not even gonna add a get ignore and ignore the temp directory. That's more verbose than I like. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to obsess over a get ignore file. Wait a second. Sometimes. I didn't look closely enough. I thought that kind of pattern would be standard enough that I wouldn't even have to double check. This is a lesson. This is a lesson. Mend and no edit. We'll just add that to the commit we already made. Okay, now we have a clean foundation. And this is where things go off the rails with Ader. I went down this long rabbit hole trying to get it to create an FFmpeg command that could cut silence out of a video. And it couldn't quite wrap its mind around that. So I had to use a little bit of perplexity. That got me most of the way there. And then I was trying to shoot for the moon and add a feature to fast forward the silent portions using FFmpeg, and that got pretty dicey. I ended up Googling and perplexiting and all kinds of stuff, and then I remembered that ChatGPT had a new model. I didn't want to plug that into Ader because I'm not sure on the pricing of that yet. I'm not even sure I have access through the API. But I did, in fact, let's see, can I show you this? Let me show you this. I did do this. This is pretty cool. So you can see how hairy the FFmpeg command got. It had to create a complex, what do they call it? The filter complex, and it is complex. For every region that it detected silence, I had to create a video and audio segment that was selected like so and given a name, on and on and on. And it tries to sew it all together down here, but there was an error, and I felt like the error was probably down here, but I'd already spent long enough on this nonsense, and I was only doing it for fun and learning anyway. So I brought it to ChatGPT o1-mini, what a mouthful, and copied in this command. It thought for 4 seconds and it gave me this incredible detailed breakdown explaining all the mysteries of FFmpeg. I highly recommend this if you use FFmpeg because it is inscrutable. It is terrible to work with, horrible. Maybe some people like it. I hate it every time I use it, but it's also this really neat tool that's free and sitting on my computer. Anyway, I had to show you this. I didn't want to put you through the pain of journeying with me through the slog of whatever loop Ader was in, giving me, I mean, I'm blaming this on Ader. It's not that. It's the Claude Sonnet 3.5 met its match with FFmpeg. Maybe it's not trained on enough of that. Maybe it could have fixed the problem if I gave it some more documentation, but this was incredible. Nothing but a simple prompt. It explains the whole thing in detail. It explains it beautifully in a way that's easy to understand. Like, I was nodding along, and by the time I got here, I already knew what the problem was, but I wanted to keep reading because it was so well put together. Purpose and use case. I mean, it understood what I was trying to do, gave me some pointers, and then I said, that command gave me this error. Thought for 12 seconds, so it did a more detailed analysis. And you can see troubleshooting concat error. I mean, it's this second step right here, it's on to what the problem is. Tracking the segment patterns. I guess it's being thorough. And boom, the root cause is you're a dummy and you don't actually know what you're doing with FFmpeg. It's very simple once it explains that syntax of the number of segments and the number of video streams. Yeah, I was just a victim of copying and pasting a solution from Perplexity. Anyway, this was just a really nice experience. I mean, it goes on and on, explaining in detail more than I even needed, but that's awesome. Simplify the command. Yeah, I wish I knew how to do that. I'm not going to waste o1-mini credits or whatever it is. I'm sure it limits me, and I'm not going to waste it following up on this, but I wish I could. It would be a lot of fun. So that is that. And I believe that concludes what I'm going to show you today, just in the interest of time on this particular little project. Will I end up using these on the regular? I don't know. I mean, you can see this is total nonsense. I should have started with Ruby from the beginning. I just was naive. I thought it could be a bash script very easily. I'm gonna have to talk about this another time. This is a testing tool for bash scripts. Highly recommend it. Look up bats if you are doing any kind of CLI development. It is pretty awesome. But with that plug, please share this video far and wide. Subscribe or follow whatever platform you're seeing this on. And I will catch you again next time.